So today, we will learn the, particle ja. So actually very familiar with us who already learned Pāli, that job. So the same as in English, and, conjunction and. But so some different idea in Pali tradition. So that is actually not so important, but we should know. So that is why this one we will learn. And next one is here. So translation method for the Wakya with the Sambando. That is the explanation sentence mostly in commentary. That is the sentence with the Sambando. And the next one is so A1, the particle A1 in the Anusandhi Vakya. Okay, so today we will learn these trees. Okay, so firstly here, ja. The meaning of ja is ended, but the place of that ja in the sentence is sometime after the noun, sometime after the verb. So we can see. So that is why based on that ja, commonly in joining two sentences, two nouns also can be joined like the conjunction and in English, and so two verbs or two sentences and so on. So two different things can be joined with the ja, or can be joined with the and, or in Pali with the ja. So that ja here, the first one, so we should understand by way of collecting. So that ja, the meaning of that ja in Pali tradition, we express. So that ja has samojayata, samojaya and the atta. So samojayata. So sense of collecting. So collecting not just single thing with the other things. So collecting two things or more and so on. So that is the meaning of ja is samojayata. So that is the first one. If we find that ja after the here ubasakan ja. So at that time, so that is in the sense of collecting karaka. So noun forms in Pali with the case ending are simply called the karaka. So Gadu Karaka, Gamma Karaka, the nominated case what we call the Gadu Karaka and Gamma Karaka. So all of the ones generally we call the Karaka. So that is why. So that just should be understood in the sense of by way of, or in the sense of. In the sense of collecting Karaka, or the other way is in the sense of collecting Kiriya. Kiriya means verb or action. So in this way, two ways we can understand. Maybe, currently in the example, that ja can be found after the noun form or after the verb form or after the maybe something. So, but we can understand, both methods, both ways, both senses. So that is why actually translation is not so important here, but just to understand. So even though here translation method for the Badiketja, but in Burmese, so we translate that one so differently. But in English, maybe not applying that one. But so we can understand not only the nouns collecting, but also action or verb also here collecting. We can understand in this way. So here in the example, so commonly, here that ja, so the same as ANDN in English. That is, two sentences here we find. So, Ubasakanja man, Bawan Godamo, Daretu. So, here one sentence. And also, next sentence, Adiwase Ducha man. So, within Jayam, Wisan. Okay, just that. Later on, I will delete it. Okay, just that. So Upasakanja, here also we see Ja, and also here also we see Ja. So different between in Pali and English. In Pali, it's and only one time, but in Pali maybe after each word we put. So here Upasakan, and so next one in the next sentence. So Adiwasi. So that is why, in the sense of first meaning, in the sense of first Karaka Samujaya. Okay. So the meaning of Ja is Samujaya. That is why the first one, we can say Karaka Samujaya. Karaka Samujayata. Okay, so that is in the sense of and the second one is, Kiriya Samujaya. Kiriya Samujayata. So here two sentences joining together. Ubasakanja Mambawan Godamo Dared, one sentence. And Adiwasedu Jame within Jayan Wisawasan. Wisawasan. So in first sentence, Ja we find the after the Ubasakan Karaka, after the Karaka. But in the second one, so Ja we find with the after the Bab Adiwasedu. So that is why, according to this method, so we can understand in this way. So the first one, in the sense of Vikaraka Samujaya, so Ubasakanja, and also here within Jayan Visawasa. Ubasakan is the object of the Daretu. So that is the next one also, object of the Diwasit is Visawasan. So this Ja, we need to move to the Visawasan to understand. So that is fine. So Visawasan Ja. Okay. And the second one is, so the later sentence, in the later sentence, Ja, we found after the Diwa Setu, that is in the former sentence, Ja, we need to move the Diwa Daretu. So that is fine. Daretu Ja and the Diwa Setu Ja. Okay, so just to understand that, just that. But translation also difficult. So here, the one God Dhamma, so the blessed one God, the Lord God Dhamma. So Daretu, here Dareti is a bird, Daretu, but here reckon recognize. Dhareti, recognize, or something. Carrying, bear, wear, possess, put on, bring, give, no. Infinite final. So actually no also. Receive apps. Uba dharedu, the same as. So with double accusative case to receive as this one, this sense. Or from consider. Take for consider as. So ubasaka man dharedu here we can see example sentence. So here example send it directly. So ubasaka man dharedu bhagawa, call me your disciple. Or receive as your disciple also. Okay, this one. So that is why according to first one, number A method.
I think here maybe is may the variable consider me as your disciple, right?
Yeah. So may venerable. So God Dhamma. So man me. So as a disciple. And the end. So Adiwa say do ja me within Jaya Wisa Wasan. Adiwa say is accept. May. So actually here mine. So Wisa Wasan. Spending rain street. So may within Giant, so actually in mind within the city. So the translation is just that, but so grammatically or traditionally, so in the first sentence, ja is after the upasakan object, but in the second sentence, ja is after the verb was said to. So that is a two way we can understand. According to the first sentence idea, so upasakan ja, usawa sanja. But according to the second sentence idea, dhare duja, diwase duja. Okay, in this way, just that. So translation is not so difficult here, just in this way. Okay, is there any question about this one?
Hi, Sayadaw.
Mm-hmm.
This is the it's very strange to me if we see it in the sense of collecting karaka. Because when we say in the sense of collecting karaka, it appears to me that they have the same verb. So those karakas are affected by the same verb. But in this sense, we have two different verbs, and those two karakas are related to different verbs. So I see the second meaning, the sense of collecting kiriya is more acceptable than in the sense of collecting karaka?
Yeah, so actually here karaka is not so refers to the syntax. So general meaning of the noun forms in the sentence. So sometimes, you know, that refers to the subject. So both subject will be nominated case. So that is kadu karaka. And here refers to the object upasaka and usawasa. That is kama karaka. Maybe instrumental or karana karaka or sambrana karaka and so on can be.
Yeah,
That is a
yes, I understand, Sayadaw, but when we say karaka, it's related to the verb. So when we say we're collecting karaka, means those, the same karaka are related to one single verb. That's how I understand. So for example, we have two nominatives, then they have the same verbs. Then we use the word ja and ja. That's how I understand.
Yeah. So yes, your point, I got it.
Yeah.
So in some sense, so because of this example that make you confused. Maybe in some example, only one verb, but two objects or three or something. So at that time, so we don't need to explain this rule. Easy to understand.
But in that case, then of course it has the sense of the collecting karaka, so that it doesn't have the sense of be collecting kiriya. So you see, so, you know. But here, if we use the sense of collecting karaka, then it appears like for example, in this example, the upasakang and the what is that, viranchayam? Yeah, those appears to be with the same verb, not different verbs. When we say they are, we collecting karaka. But here, those two kamma karaka have different verbs.
Yeah. So actually, so you are thinking on the verb. Actually, so these two karakas will be done by the Buddha. So that is why, in the sense of the karaka samojaya, the Buddha will do two here works. The first one, considering him as his disciple. The second one, staying in the Vesali for race retreat.
But I remember one time, I mean, in your class, in the BAD, I remember you said that when we talk about karaka, it's always related to the verb.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Why that we don't have genitive.
Yes. So that is why here so even though traditionally we say karaka samojaya, that is why we need to shift this ja to the karaka, but in the sense of the yogiriya samojaya, this ja, in the formal line, this ja we need to move to the dhare to just that. So grammatically, not in the sense it's just one. That is the only one way we have translation.
I see. So it is, okay. I see. It's not about the meaning. I see.
No, not about the meaning.
Okay. Thank you, Sayadaw.
I think here is not a talk about the syntax. It's just a talk about the noun form or something like that.
Yes, let's talk about the Pāļi construction. To understand the construction of Pāļi.
Yes, Sayadaw.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, let's move to the next. So, Sambando in the next method. So in the sentence, so that work here with the Sambando is commonly, we see the Sanwanana sentence. Sanwanana. But not explaining about the, grammatical info, not explaining about the formation of the word or the meaning of the word, just connection. Sambanda means connection. So, connection is very important in Pāļi, not just in Pāļi, in every language. Sometimes, if we misunderstand the connection, other than the meaning is changed. So that is why, in English writing, punctuation also important to understand the connection. So that is why, to understand that punctuation or connection, the commentator explained in this sentence, this word should be connected with the another word in the meaning in this way. So that is why here, as firstly, we should go to the example. So here the first example is, Bekhaidan Warandi Sambando. That means that Bekhaidan is related to the Waran in the sense, in translation, not to the other word. So for example, Bekhaidan also ending in the an. So Waran also ending in the actually am, but because of euphonic here, so am. Maybe another word also ending into the am. But here, Bekhaidan is just related to the Waran, not with the other word in the meaning to understand. So to understand that, so the commentator explained Bekhaidan Warandi Sambando. And also in the second one, so Ottoman Ganandi Sambando. Ottoman is connected with the Ganan, just that. But Bayogi Sididi Sambando in that example, Bayogi, the word Bayogi is related to the Sati in the meaning. So in this way, so that is roughly to understand the meaning of, or the connection of these two words. This is only point, main word taken out. Maybe in the sense, the original text, maybe more, or so 3 or more words at the time. We cannot know which one is related to what. So that is a commentator explain about that one. At that time, to understand thoroughly, we have the 4 ways to translate. So the first one is Sambanda and the Sahata. And the second one is Gamma and the Sahata. That one is Akarata. And also fourth one is inserting another, modifying word. Okay, which is another. So what are they and how? I will explain. But here roughly, so 4 methods we have to translate that, the work here with the Sambando. So here Sambanda. Sambanda is a name of the genitive case. And Sahata also a name of the instrumental case. So here in the example, Bekhaidan and the Waran. But so Bekhaidan is in the sense of Sambanda, Waran in the sense of Sahata because of the Sambando. That is according to the first A method, Sambanda Sahata here. So Bekhaidan the Badasa, that is genitive case. Bekhaidan the Badasa, Waran the Imina Badena. So in the current sentence, only the word Bekhaidan. But to understand thoroughly the sentence, the meaning of the sentence, so Bekhaidan di Badasa Warandi Imina Badena Sambando Kadabo. So Bekhaidan Warandi Sambando or Bekhaidan di Badasa Warandi Imina Badena Sambando Kadabo. So here, actually Bekhaidan di Badasa should be one word. And also Warandi Imina Badena also just okay, one sense. So so now according to that one, we can translate. Bekhaidan di Badasa Warandi Imina Badena Sambando Kadabo. So Sambando means the connection. So connection of so Bekhaidan di Badasa, the word Bekhaidan. Warandi Imina Badena. Okay, Kadabo. Kadabo literal sense is should be done with this word. Warandi Imina Badena. with this what waran. So that means the word Beckett then should be understood with the word waran in connection also. So the connection of the word Beckett then should be done with this word waran. So does it make sense? Hello, Mr. Ryan.
Yeah, yes, so perfect.
Yes, it makes sense.
Okay. And also, that is the pathway. And the second way is here, gammata. Gammata and the sahata. So the word Beckett then will be in the sense of the object sense. And the waran will be with the in the sense of the sahata. Okay. So that is here. So Beckett then the Sayadaw. So waran the imina badena sambando kadabo. So sambando kadabo so should be connected here. Sambando kadabo should be connected. So at that time, sambando is just the predicative word. So Issariya, the word. So Beckett then the Issariya, the word Beckett then. And so sambando kadabo. Should be connected. And with this word, okay, waran. That is the second method. And the method, so that method is here akarata. Akarata is akara mean commonly as a quotation or something S. So commonly we translate S or that clause. So quotation akara S also. So that is when here Beckett dan warandi sambando kadabo S current one. So Beckett dan warandi sambando just put in kadabo. So without kadabo also okay. So actually so it should be connected as Beckett dan and waran. So just that. And the last one is a little bit, specific. So to apply the last method, so we need to understand the Pāli sentence structure precisely or thoroughly. So because here, technical terms are we found applied. So Beckett then, so the first one, and the last one, this inserting, which is now a modifying word. Modifying word means just giving a name, just using the term for those connections. So actually here 3 examples. In the first sense of Beckett dan waran, Beckett dan means the meaning of Beckett dan is throwing away or giving up. So waran is excellent. So throwing away is excellent. Giving up is something given up is excellent or the best in this way. So at the time, Beckett dan is subject, waran is verb. We can understand, but warandi is not, the main verb, just adjective, but in the sense of predicate function. So that is why subject and predicate. So predicate then is called the dongleyata. Predicate is called the lingata here. Dongleyata and the lingata. That's why we put the modifying word or the name for those connection is so dongleyata lingata bawena. So easily to understand subject and predicate. Dongleyata means subject, lingata means predicate. So that is fine here. So the word vacate then so sambano kadabo should be connected. So with this word wherein, so but here dolia lingata bawina. So bawina as form of or so as form of is we can skip that bawina. As form of dolia and the lingata. Okay, that is based on the connection, how they are connected. So Bekaidan is subject, Waran is here above. So Waran hodi or Waran something, but Waran is just predicate function or verb function. So that is a lingata, doliata, lingata. Okay. And so based on that one, the past three methods can be understood easily for the next. So here, Odaman Ganandi Sambando. So Odamandi Padasa Ganandi Imina Badena Sambando Kadabo. So like just inserting instead of the backhead Orandi, here Ganandi. Okay. For that matter also Bayogi Sadidi Sambando. So Bayogi Padasa Sadidi Imina Badena Sambando. Just that not so difficult. But the last one. For the last method is important to understand. So that is here. So Ottoman and Ganan are Ottoman means noble or best or good. Ganan is a group or heap or group of or something. So Ottoman Ganan, the best group or good group or excellent group. At the times, we cannot see here the subject or the predicate or the function. Ottoman is modifier. Ganan is modifying the word. So modifier or adjective in Pāli we say sana. We say sana, sorry. And so Ganan is modifying noun. That is we say saya. Okay, that is here. We say sana, we say saya bawena as the form of or as modifying and modifier and modified noun. Modifier and modifying noun. Modifying one or something. Okay. So that is for the last method, or D. Okay, D method. And for the third example, so Bayogi Sriti Sambando Kadabadil also the same for the previous three. But for the last one, so Bayogi Sati, so that is located absolute construction. Bayoga means based on grammatically example, when there is the example, or so literal meaning, the other meaning is Bayoga means effort, trying hard, effort, or practice. When there is practice, or when someone practice, Yoga is sati. Yoga has many yoga. So yoga here means instrument, or the other way, preparation, undertaken, occupation or exercise or business action practice, and so on. So many meaning. Okay, here just practice also. When there is practice, or when there is way, when there is means, or when there is a way, there is the method. Okay, based on context, the meaning can be changed. So that is located absolute construction, Yogi, Sati. But in Pali, that located absolute construction is called the Lakkhana and the Lakkhana Wanda. So Bayog, in this Bayogi Sati, Bayogi is subject, Sti is, predicated function or verb, we can understand. So the meaning of Sati is there is. Bayogi is just practice. But so Bayogi Sati is located absolute construction. That is why the meaning when appear. So when there is practice. Okay, but that located absolute construction, grammatically, here we use the term to Lakkhana Wanda, traditionally in Pali, Lakkhana Wanda. So as Lakkhana and the Lakkhana Wanda. Okay. Next one, A1, should be for next time. Okay, so we should stop here. But okay, is there any question about this one?
Sarah, it seemed to be like you are teaching like noun phrase or verb phrase or gerund phrase, something like this in this section.
In this section, you mean this math that 40?
Sambando, yes. Like,
so
like
that is
like,
that is commentary explanation, based on the commentary explanation. So, for example, in the so now I cannot find that one. For example, you already learned the Abhidhamma Singha. So in the Abhidhamma Singha, okay, before going this one. So the first stanza is Sambuddha Matula. And the Sadhamma and the Ganodhamma. Okay, so Sama Sambuddha, Sama Ramadana Sadhamma, Ganodhamma. So in this way, in the first stanza of the Abhidhamma Sangha, so at the time here, Satsa Dhamma is one word and the Kanot Dhamma is one word. But in this stanza, you know, or what order is Kanot Dhamma, Kanan Dhamma. But this here, Sama, Sambo, Dan, Atu, Lan, Satsa Dhamma, and the Kanot Dhamma, and so on. So many accusative words. But which one is related to the what? We cannot understand. So actually here, Adulan is related to the Sadhaman, and the Sasadhaman is the Ganodhama. Odhaman is related to the Ganan, and so on. That is in the Diga Jo Abhidhamma Vibhavani Diga. So Odhaman, Ganan, the Sambando, such a phrase we can find. So at the time, here in this structure, in this Pāli sentence, so Gana is related to, or Odama is related to the Gana, not to the Sama Sambodha, not to the Adula. In this way we can understand.
Thank you, Sarah.
Okay.
That's clear.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
It seems okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So let's stop for today by saying sadhu 3 times.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Thank you, sir.